Hi, I'm Karen Needham, and welcome to Digital Self-Defense, a modern life skill. Before we get started, let me give you a little of my background. I'm a retired software engineer with over 40 years in technology and software development. And even I've been targeted by scams. You ready to get started? This is Module 1 of the course called Thinking Like a Digital Detective. Lesson 1 is to talk about why smart people get tricked online. Yes, even the smart ones get tricked. So if you've ever felt foolish for almost falling for one, you're not alone and you're not behind. So let's start with a very common misconception. Scams don't target intelligence. Smart, educated, experienced people get tricked every day just like everyone else. Scams target human reactions. And if it could happen to anyone, it could happen to you. It has happened to me. And that's why I decided to share what I have learned along the way. So it's not about intelligence. What is it about? Here's what scammers are actually pulling on and why they work. Scammers want you to react before you think. And here's how they do that. It's not just urgency. That's when a salesman says, today only, the clock is the trick. They get you to panic that you're going to miss something. Then there's the element of fear, like a smoke alarm going off at 2 a.m. You move first and ask questions later or never. And then there's curiosity. Say a wrapped box appears on your porch. You almost have to open it. Then there's the idea of authority, like a man in uniform. You don't always ask for an ID before you open the door to talk to them. They count on that. And underneath of it all is the element of emotion. Like a crying stranger at your door. Your gut says help before your brain says verify. So when do scammers actually strike? Usually it's not random. They look for when we are the most vulnerable. Scammers look for distracted moments. You're distracted. You're tired. You're busy and rushing. You're emotionally stressed. Life is happening in multiple directions. You're multitasking. Think about it. You're sitting there at a red light and you're texting. Doesn't make you a bad driver. You're just not looking at the road for 3 seconds. And that's exactly when something happens. Or someone honks at you because the light changed and you didn't go. But here's what also makes the online world especially tricky. In person, body language, tone, and facial expressions we can rely on to pick up more information about a person. They said that I've heard it said that what you say is only 7% of your communication. The rest is tone of voice, body language, facial expressions, things like that. Well, in the online world, those clues are just not there. A fake site can look real. Logos and messages can be copied. And heaven forbid, with AI, you can fake voices and writing and just about everything. And here's the key. The instincts that you have that work in person may not work the same way online. It's a different world. So if your instincts can't be trusted the same way, what can you rely on instead? And this is where the digital detective mindset comes in. The digital detective mindset gets you prepared to be aware. It's not fear. It's not paranoia. It's not people out to get you. It's just an awareness of what's happening, what could happen, and how to react to it. First, you want to pause. Don't do anything immediately. First go, is this real? Have I seen this before? Do I really need to react urgently? The next thing is to look. Observe the details. You get an email. What does it say? One of the key details, particularly in emails, is if it's from a company that you do business with, it'll say, "Dear customer." If it's truly from the company, it'll have your name. The next thing is to verify before you click on anything. One of the easiest ways to do that is if you hover over a link, mostly on a computer, and see where it takes you. You can see the link it's going to take you to before you actually go there. If it doesn't match what you think it is, just stop. You're better off to stop and think about it and then look at it again before you continue. Goal here is not to become fearful. It's too busy a world to be afraid of everything. The goal is to become observant. Notice the little things, and anybody can learn to spot the warning signs. And here's the key thing: awareness is a skill, and skills can be learned. Now that you've got that mindset, here's how we're going to put it into practice. The next lesson will be building on and more details on the digital detective habit and how we pause, look, and verify. Okay, that's it for lesson 1. Next time we'll turn this into a habit. Pause, look, verify. Until then, stay aware, not afraid. I'll see you in lesson 2.